All right. Next is rigging, making so it can move, the armature. But first, naming is extremely important, especially later down the line. So don't forget to name your stuff correctly. So we're going to call the body, it's in this folder. We can call it the body. And you click on the hair, here's the hair, obvious. We're going to call it the hair. And let's see, the eyelashes. Now we could just call that the hair. We could combine stuff, so it doesn't really matter that much. See, it's hair too. See. Just name it how it is, doesn't really matter. All right, make sure you have everything about your character selected. So G, if you don't know what I'm pressing, down left. M, and put it into collection 2. We should name our collection now. I'm just gonna name it character. You can name it what you want. Collection character. So if you click this, the whole character disappears. Now, I'm gonna make another one just to clear things up, make it really convenient. Right click down here, there's nothing. Let's see, load down this new collection. We call this, no, we want this out here. So hide this one. Now we have this one. I'm gonna call it reference. Now you have all your reference. If you don't see reference, it's just hidden, like up here, extras, or light bulbs or whatever. I'm just gonna, see, this is also a part of the hair. So I'm gonna go M and put this in character. See how easy it is? Okay, click A, M, reference. And grab and drop this, like right here. The first collection is garbage, whatever you're testing stuff is showed in there. Okay, now character. All right, now it's time to get started. I prefer if the eyelashes are the same as the hair color. So I'm just go down here. Depends what you want. Some people like it black. And yeah, that's good for me. All right, now it's time for rigging. Remember, anything you don't know what I'm clicking, down left. When we add bones, very important to name them correctly. So just follow me exactly what I name them, then you should be good. Shift A, single bone. It should appear right here in the middle. If you don't have the middle, just go Shift Z. It appears inside the middle. Okay. Tab, we go in edit mode, up here. All right, then let's go over here. Just drag this up because we don't need this all right here. And let's do viewport display names. All right, we could do all of the Unity bones. Click this. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. And just kind of make it like this for now. The kind of put this natural arc right here. This is supposed to be the middle bones. So that should be good. And now click on it. Right click, subdivide. We are going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Scratch that. We want this to go all the way to the neck, because a neck bone is going to be next attached to that. Let's see, we could do that. And we want this bone in between, kind of like right there, middle of the rear. Like this. Now, subdivide. Let's do that. 4. Like this one, this bone. See, just kind of move it to this natural curve. However, this one is very important to be precise. Some programs have a meltdown. They just complain. S to scale on the y-axis, 0. Okay, make sure it's flat. It's really important. The other ones I don't think matter too much. Okay, go Shift A. Let's put this down. Right here, just going to be beginning of the leg. First, let's name these real quick. See, down here, that's the bone name. Make sure you type in exactly what I'm clicking on, or just look around. Unity likes these specific names. If they're not named correctly, then you have to do it by hand, what is a pain in the neck. Now time for that the bone. This one's supposed to be like when you bend your feet. This is kind of like what you see between this area of when you sit down, you kind of move. Okay. Let's see in the middle right here. You extrude right here. Now this can be difficult. Just look what bends on your foot. It just be tricky. I'm gonna move in between the bumps. I hope I'm right. If not, you can change it later, maybe. And you want to have a natural curve. Okay, good. All right. So click this. Make sure this selected. E. Then as far as the end of the toes go, the tippy toe, I like to say it's 1/3 at the end. Just look at your own feet as it moves. So all I have to do is reference. It's flat. E. Let's do right click. This one's supposed to be flat. So you just kind of go, the whole toe goes. Do, 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 do. I had to cut it up in thirds. See, that should be okay. Okay, now let's name them. Make sure you name it exactly. Really important if it's named exactly. All right, that looks like it's named correctly. Like this, shift, then this, do Control P, keep offset. All right, now let's click this, click L when you're above it, right click and do symmetrize. Then boom, all your work is done. If it doesn't do that, then something's named incorrectly. That looks good. Now it's time for up here. So we could do Shift A. Here's another one. Just kind of move right here. And I do stuff exact, so it's just in Control, do like that. Only if you want it as in grids. Doesn't matter too much. Only for some things. This is supposed to be meet up with the shoulder, actually. You have a shoulder bone. Just put it whatever is convenient for you with a natural curve. Let's see. Let's extrude this one real quick. It's going to be the head. Then another one. That's going to go like up here, just where the meat is, basically. On the side. And let's just name these real quick. Neck. Head. All right. I like to have them connected, so I'll just go click this, shift this, control P, connect. Pinching. That's the way I like to do it. And see, extrude all the way up. Subdivide. Kind of work your way along, do this natural curve where your elbow is. Right there, like your own wrist of where you want to bend. It's kind of like the tip. It's kind of like right here for me. Okay, now we're going to do name stuff. That where the meat is. All right, left hand. It's looking good. Now when you go fingers. I am so excited. Okay, this can get very tricky. This has to be named exactly. Let's go Shift D. Let's kind of put it G, put it where the stuff bends. Go subdivide. Typically, thumb has 3. And we are going to name them correctly. Make sure you click on it. This one last. Keep offset. All right, let's make sure everything's named correctly. These words are so specific. I'm doing it from off a thing. Okay, Shift D. Put mine right there. Before the fingernail, so like right there-ish. Doesn't matter too much, I guess. Let's do Shift D. I like doing the meat. Okay, side views, kind of like sure it's in the middle. Just where the bones are, push them in a little bit. All right, click all of them. Then click this one last. Control P, keep offset. All right, now I'll attach to this. Let's click all of these. Right click, subdivide. I'm gonna do 3. And here comes the long part. Ah, okay. And like, look down here, and you can do in front if you want. Either way is fine. Kind of put it in the meat of the potatoes. Program froze. There you go. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it should be in the middle. Not like 90% accurate, it's fine. It's up to you about where you want them on the hand. If you look at your own hand, it gets thinner at the end. It's just up to you, depending on what you want. I like to have them spread out. That's just me. All right. Okay, make sure you have all these selected. Right click, symmetrize. Boom, everything should appear here. If it's not, that means you need something incorrectly. Oh, we're not out of the woods yet. We're never out of the woods yet. Okay, could do Shift A. Put this down here. It's up to you if you want a jaw. A jaw is very important for me. It moves the upper one down. We can use that later. A lot of people scream, "Don't use the jaw!" Use the jaw, I can do it later. Don't use the jaw. And we're gonna name it the jaw. Shocker. The jaw. And let's see. It depends where your normal jaw is, where to draw a line. Behind the ears ish. Make sure you follow the natural curve of the jaw. Okay, click this. Shift, click this. Control P. Keep offset. Now it's time for the eyes. Shift A. Just like down here, click the whole thing, put it up here. Stop button, zoom in on it. Put it where the eyes is. This one's more specific though. Do 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 do. Okay. This one's important to be exactly where it is so you can have weird rotation things. Okay, go out of here, tab, click on your character, go to tab again, click on this, do L, make sure that's the only thing selected. So just click outside. If you want nothing selected, click this, click L. Then if we go to Shift S, go down here, cursor to selected. So that's in the middle. Click this, click this, click this, just tab up here. Go Shift S again, right there. But we want that one to be right there again, so do it again, right there. Okay, good. So when it spins, it acts like the same axis. You can shove this up here, over here. Do 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 do. I like to have it poke out a little bit so you can tell what it looks like if it's off. So we go down here in front, you still see something poking out. Okay. And make sure you name this correctly. Right click, some tries. Oh yeah, make sure both of them. Control P, keep offset. Alright, so you see a little line, like right here, that means it's connected. Okay, now we're gonna go into pose mode to make sure everything's working correctly. Actually, no, do Shift A again. Scratch that. Control Z. Shift C. Then boom. The cursor goes back to the middle. Do Shift A again. Here we have this. This is gonna be our root. Now let's go down to see. What do you have? I always like to do half. Like this last, Control P, keep offset. Let me tell you why that's important. Ooh, okay, now go to like this, pose mode. This is see if everything's selected. Select this, G. Everything moves together. That's what you want. And G again, see everything's connected. See, this is gonna be really important. Okay, now to add, if you're making a female character, you're probably gonna want cancel. Hey, just a minute. My thing's running out of battery. Click here, edit mode. And there's so many things we can name this. I'm probably gonna name it armature or bone. I just name it armature. So click this. Do Control C. Not change the name of this, we're just copying it. Like this. It's armature. That's what I name it. Sometimes I accidentally name it bone. All right, now Shift A. You just scroll this down to like right there. Grab it up here. If you have a female, this is for a female character. First, just give you the root. We're gonna name it that. It's S because two other ones are gonna be connected to it. And we are going to combine it to up here. So click that last, keep offset. It just depends where you want stuff. Okay. Shift D, duplicate it, put it off. Let's do that now. Put it off to the side where the chest is. And usually want it this while the body kind of meets, I would say. It just depends of what you want. Some people want it deeper. Depending on the curve of the body. That looks, some people want it deeper. Let's see, probably do a little bit of both. Okay. Like this. Like Click this last, Control P, keep offset. Click this, right click, symmetrize. All right, that's the chest. Move it to where you want it. Some people like to have a hang, some people like to have it less, more, it just depends. All right, and that is the body. Now it's time for hair. All right, now it's time for the hair. Click this layer, nothing in it. Shift A. Gonna make down here. Gonna make it right here. Like it's out of the way. Gonna name it. Down here, name it. Hair banks. It's S because this is gonna be, they're all connect. Then go up here, shift, click both of them. Last, keep offset. All right, click this one. All right, now go to here. We're gonna name the other one ponytail. Go down here. All right, first we'll do this one. A shift T, play this one last. Keep offset. So whatever this one does goes to here. And here we go. Good, make sure stuff is. Now just line it up. Sometimes you have to turn it into sticks. Sure how to do that. Here, sticks. Just so you can see what we're doing. It's so crowded. You're gonna name this. Put on here. Left hair bang. Just kind of like shift, do it again. All right. Shift, do it again. It depends on the layers of where you want them. So if you want it to have physics right here, probably just put it down here, but I'm just gonna have it all from the root up there. All right. Shift D again. I'm gonna put it where it is. Do it again. This one is somewhere in here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you have all of these selected. Now, when it comes to the number of hairs, some games like to have least as possible, but if you're doing VRChat or VTubing, you can have more. So you do subdivide. We are going to do, because we're going to mirror on that side as well. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Do 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be a 5th one at the end. So that's how much we're going to do. And just right click, symmetrize. Dang. Do that later when I get there right now. First we have to meet everything up first. All right, that's for the hair bangs. Now it's time for the ponytail. Doo 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 doo. Okay, let's go back. See what we're doing here. Here we want this to be attached to this. Control P. Connect. And then go back to this. It's really important that we get the middle of this. Left. I accidentally input the wrong one. Okay, delete this one. Click this one, and we're gonna name it this. Left ponytail. Okay. Ooh. Not perfect. Ooh. Okay, I think we're done. Click all these. Well, almost done anyways. Subdivide. We are going to do... I usually like to have a lot for the back here. Do, 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 do. 6 joints. 42 joints. Just depends what you want. We are going to probably do that much. Let's actually, let's do it from here so it's a straight line. It's less work. See? And we forgot one in the middle. Ooh, I think we did it. Okay, click all these. We can probably just click all these as well. Just do some tries. Boom. Click these. Control L, and it does when you are selected. Make sure you're not the other side. Let's go C. We don't need the ends for this next part. There you go, and just do subdivide. And don't forget to click on this. Now, when you do this, it does the other side as well. I forgot to do that in the beginning. Let's see. Depends on you how much you want. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to add more physics. All right, that seems good enough for me. And if you see any like way out of line, like this one, just kind of push it gently. Yeah, that's how I rig the hair.